Here are the tools you will need to help install your ceiling fan. Screwdriver, pliers, wire strippers. You may also use a power drill with a 9/64 drill bit. You may also need a ladder depending on the ceiling height. You first want to lay out all of your parts. Make sure that you've got all the parts necessary for the install. Make note that the symbols located on the parts guide correspond to those located on the parts bags. Before installation, turn off power at the circuit breaker. You'll first be installing the ceiling bracket. Place the ceiling bracket against the ceiling and line the holes up with the holes in the approved electrical box. Secure this with the washers and wood screws provided in the hardware pack. Next, you'll be removing the shipping blocks. Remove the shipping blocks from the motor. Be sure and save the screws. They'll be needed for the blade iron installation. At this time, you can discard the shipping blocks. These are no longer needed for your fan installation. Next, you'll be attaching the grommets to the blades. Now would be a good time to get a friend to help you install the grommets into the ceiling fan blades. Next, you'll be installing your down rod. Feed your wires through the down rod. Keep in mind you want the wires to feed on one side of the pin. Put the down rod into the top of the motor housing. First, you'll need to remove the pre-installed set screw. Tighten the down rod completely into the top of the motor housing. Next, you'll want to cut your wires. Keep in mind that you'll need at least 8 inches extending from the top of the down rod in order to properly wire your ceiling fan. And then strip them about a 1/4 inch from the end of the wire. Reinstall the set screw. Do not hand tighten the set screw. Use your pliers to make sure that you firmly secure this into the down rod. Put the wires and the down rod through the canopy. Let the canopy sit loosely on top of the fan. Next, we'll be assembling the fan. Place the fan inside the ceiling bracket. Make sure the down rod sits securely inside the ceiling bracket. Next, you'll wire the fan. Choose the appropriate wires and fasten them together with wire connectors. Once you've completed wiring the fan, you'll be closing up the canopy. Lift the canopy into place so that the screw holes are aligned. Using the hardware provided, insert 2 canopy screws and secure them tightly into the canopy. Next, you'll be assembling the blades. Choose which color of the blades you'd like to face down. Then secure the blade iron to that side using the hardware that's provided. Once you've attached the blade iron to the blade, you'll now be attaching the blade iron to the bottom of the motor housing. Lightly attach the blade irons to the motor using the hardware provided. Then put in your second screw and securely tighten both screws down. Continue this for all 5 blades. Next, we'll be installing the switch housing. Screw 2 of the switch housing screws provided in the hardware bags into the bottom of the motor housing. Feed the wire plug through the center hole of the upper switch housing and then wrap the keyhole slots around the screws and twist counterclockwise. Insert the 3rd screw found in the hardware bag, then place and tighten all 3 screws completely. Next, you'll be installing the light kit. Connect the plugs from the upper and lower switch housings. Make sure to line up the colored markings on the connectors. Partially install 2 of the switch housing screws found in the hardware bag. Twist the lower switch housing clockwise to lock it in place. Then thread the fan pull chain through the hole in the light kit. Install the 3rd switch housing screw. Tighten all 3 screws securely. Now you're ready to install your light bulbs. Remove the light bulbs from the packaging and install each light bulb into the sockets. Now you're ready to install the bowl. Remove the finial from the threaded rod. Press the globe and globe keeper flush against the metal plate. Thread the light pull chain through the hole in the center of the finial cap and thread the fan pull chain through the hole in the side of the cap. Finally, thread only the light pull chain through the hole in the finial and screw the finial onto the threaded rod. Connect the appropriate pull chain pendant to each of the short chains coming from the finial and the finial cap. The light pull chain is in the center and the fan pull chain is to the side. Congratulations, you've completed your fan install. You can now restore power at the breaker as well as turn the switch on in the room. Use the fan pull chains to adjust the light and the fan speed. Visit us on our website for additional information about product features and warranty information.